praising God every day because He's holy. All right, you guys, it is the 6th? Yeah, it's the 6th. It is Monday the 6th of October 2014, and I have one more article today before I take off. So I thought this would be interesting. An article probably that we don't find too often here on this website, but the subject, and I just thought I would want to share it real quick with you guys. I have just this one last article, and I am out of here. But I thought it was interesting and something to share and touch on real quick. So, under 6% unemployment rate may really be double. Economic experts explain why. So the experts are telling you why. By Samuel Smith. This was sent to me like 2 days ago, but hey, I'll read it today. It's all right. Sometimes got things to do, and it's amazing. But anyway, okay, get into this. So there's a picture here of a bull. Buckshot the bull is corralled in front of the New York Stock Exchange. And that can get tied into some pagan stuff right there that I don't have time to talk about. Protesters who vowed to occupy Wall Street are holding their ground in downtown New York and say they have no plans to leave anytime soon. The protesters gathered in Lower Manhattan for what some called the United States Day of Rage. While people celebrate the fact that America's unemployment rate has fallen below 6% for the first time since 2008, some economic experts say not so fast and point out the discrepancy between the unemployment rate and the number of unemployed persons. I think the one thing that gets me more mad than anything that the news, the mainstream dinosaur media reports, is that they actually tell you that the economy is not suffering. They always tell you that there's more jobs. Well, if anybody understands how the economy works, the free market systems work, we know that we're not in a good. We're in a recession. We're not, and the news, like AP, will always be telling us, jobs rose. Well, it's a lot of bull. They're not giving you the right numbers, and I know they aren't. So here we go. The Bureau of Labor Statistics data released its unemployment summary for the month of September on Friday and found that the country's overall unemployment rate decreased by 0.2% percentage points to 5.9%. The lowest the rate has been since July of 2008. Additionally, employers added approximately 248,000 jobs in the month. American Enterprise Institute resident scholar in economic studies Parna Mathur told the Christian Post that in order to better judge the progress of the American economy, analysts need to look at the U6 unemployment rate. Mathur said the U6 rate provides better measures that take into account people that have dropped out of the labor force due to discouragement. The U6 rate finds that the unemployment for the month of September is really double the BLS figure at around 11.8%. Just focusing on the unemployment rate gives you very small sliver of the entire picture, Mather said. The unemployment rate itself doesn't completely reflect the state of the economy because a lot of these people out there who are hoping to find jobs but have basically given up in the short term because they are discouraged. Both Mather and Brookings Institute senior fellow in economic studies Gary Burtless agreed that it is important to note that the total labor force decreased at a faster rate than the number of persons holding a job increased. While the total unemployment rate fell by 0.2%, the number of unemployed persons fell by nearly 1.9% in September. The fact that the reported number of unemployed fell faster than the number of adults holding a job increased means the number of Americans in the labor force fell last month, Burtless said in a statement issued to CP. Indeed, the labor force participation rate touched a new low in September, notwithstanding the strong and fairly steady job gains of the past year. You know where we went wrong in our economy is that we thought, because it's called Keynesianism, it's called Keynesianism, and his theory, Keynian, the theory is that this happened, I think, in the great... when did this happen? This happened during a really bad recession in our country, and what Keynes, his theory was that if we get the government to spend a lot of money, then that will create jobs. Well, now we know that is out of your you got to be out of your mind if you think that the government spending money is going to get us out of a recession. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, but people fell for it at that time because it was like appealing or something. I don't really. It was like it fell into the right time frame for people because they didn't have any other solutions, I guess. And that, I guess, had never been done before. But it totally ruined our economy because we let the government spend money on tanks and airplanes, and they spend a lot of money on stuff like that. And somehow that creates jobs. I don't understand that logic. But anyways, Bertless said that due to the stark decline in the labor force, economists need to reevaluate the size of America's total labor force. The weak performance of labor force participation in the face of steady employer demand means that many economists will have to reassess their views of the potential size of the U.S. labor force, Bertless said. Many adults whom we would expect to be in the labor force, especially in the prime working ages between 25 and 54, remain on the sidelines, neither working nor looking for work. Mather and Bertless think that the decline number in the labor force is due to employers still not offering the wages and benefit packages that unemployed persons are seeking. Bertless said that judging by the fact that weekly earnings only rose 0.4%, it means that the leverage is still in the hands of the employers. The fact that wages remain stuck despite 48 successive months of job gains suggests that employers' bargaining power remains exponentially strong, Bertless said. Although the Obama administration has somewhat benefited from a slow improvement to the unemployment rate, Mather said that it is not because of any policies that the administration has implemented. She said that if policies had been implemented to address the labor market, the nation's economic growth would occur much faster. We are slowing recovery than we would see. We are slowing recovery than we would see if we had a policy that specifically targets the labor market, Mather said. I haven't seen a policy that would actually do that. We have, on the other hand, seen fewer regulations that have affected hiring. No, but let's spend more. Let's spend, and somehow that's going to get our economy back on track. It's really dumb. I think we should listen to Ron Paul. We should cut spending. We should bring all the troops back and build bases here. We should rewrite all our policies, as a matter of fact, because they're all garbage. Anyway, let's see here. Mather also urged that it is important to track the progress of the long-term unemployment rate, which measures those unemployed for 27 weeks or more. The long-term unemployment rate remained steady at about 3 million people for the month of September. So what's really going on here? Is the government giving us bunk numbers? Yes, the government's lying to you. How many times do you have to be lied to for you to realize that you're being taught things by known liars? How insane are you to continue to listen to the government when they are known for lying to you? It drives me nuts because they tell you, the economy and the jobs are increasing. It's a bunch of baloney nonsense because it's all based on, for example, consumer demand. Consumer demand doesn't mean, even if people are out there buying and buying and buying and selling and selling and selling, doesn't mean people have jobs. They're getting these numbers based off of because if you're not an economist, you don't really understand these numbers. You don't understand how they get these figures and all this. And it is kind of hard to describe. I'm not an economist either. I'm barely going through I'm barely right now in it's an Economy 101 class, Economics 101 class in a liberal arts college, but I'm still learning very much about money and job markets and all that kinds of stuff, man. I'm getting into entrepreneurship and inventing, and that's where the real money and that's where a real American prosperity comes from, you guys. You guys need to listen to Josh Tolley or somebody, because you guys will know more about it. But let's read some comments. Mother Mary, the labor force participation rate has plummeted since 2008, alongside the slow decline in the U3 unemployment rate, clearly indicating that the government is lying. Ha! Oh no, but Barack Obama's God, and he's a saint, and he would never lie. No, the government's loving, and they would never lie to you. Oh, we need to trust the government and give them more money we need to... it blows my mind. They're lying with numbers. The fact that news journalists repeat this lie demonstrates how political and untrustworthy they are. Yeah, it's pure politics. This guy Harley says, isn't this news just too coincidental with the midterms less than 30 days away? I tell you that B.O. and his merry band of socialist followers really know how to massage those figures. Rascals all. And if it is found that the books have been cooked, I am sure Bush did it. After all, we had We have had 10 years of B.O.B. Blame it on Bush. Why quit now? Yeah, you guys, you're being lied to. So you guys need to wise up. If you guys are still watching the mainstream media news, get off of the television, man. Get on somebody who's telling you something more real, man. Because, you know, like, they're keeping you distracted with celebrity garbage. They're keeping you distracted with football player scandals. They're not telling you anything about anything that should concern you, anything real. So you guys, I don't know, man. I don't want you to. I don't want to tell you, believe me, believe me. Go look for yourself and see that these people are known liars, and that you need to wise up, and you guys need to change the channel and look at somebody who's actually pointing at real issues and wanting to create solutions to the problems that we have, because the government is just perpetuating the problems by not addressing them. So you guys, God bless you, and have a good day.